insanity, the horror. Don't look at the data, just look at the MP. David Simmonds is crying, he's writing a letter. He says it's a crisis, but the stats say it's better. He's gathered a mob, 27,000 names for a minor injuries unit playing political games. Save Mount Vernon, he screams from the back of the hall, but he never mentions the footfall was incredibly small. 35 people a day, that's a queue for a bus. But Simmonds is small, would need to kick up a fuss. It's the Mount Vernon myth, the Tory delight. Pick a fake battle and start up a fight. Ignore the doctors, ignore the facts, just harvest the voters and cover your tracks. They say it's a cuts job, a terrible sin, but Hill and Dunn's waiting times are actually a win. Second best in London, the data is strong, but that doesn't fit in a Conservative song. They went to the meetings looking for a clip, Councillor Martin and Campbell giving plenty of lip. Where's the consultation? They shouted in rage, just trying to get content for their Facebook page. But the chief exec smiled and she brought the receipts. We're moving the stuff to where the real trouble meets. Half the folks at Vernon needed x-rays and more, so we sent them to Hillingdon, right to the door. The Pembroke hubs open, the services grew, but good news is bad news for the Tory crew. But where will we go? Cries the leaflets they send. If you cut your finger, is this the bitter end? Well, listen up, David, put down the pen. We got pharmacy first for the ailments of men. Got a sore throat, a sting, or a nasty infection. Go down to the chemist for immediate protection. Call 111 and they'll book you a slot. You don't need a hospital for a tiny little spot. And for granny at home who's too frail for the car, the mobile x-ray comes wherever you are. The urgent response team is knocking on the door, but that doesn't win votes, so the Tories ignore. Then Ian Edward stands up tall, puffing out his chest, it's the government's fault. He cries, they put us to the test, but hang on Ian, wait a sec, let's look at the past. 14 years of Tories and the money didn't last. Boris was your neighbour, the PM down the street, but you never lobbied him, you were staring at your feet. Now Labour brings the funding to get the building done, but you pick on Danny Beales just to have your fun. You ignore the years of failure, the plans they didn't make, and blame the Secretary of State for your own pie's mistake. But a voice cuts through the bluster, shouting from the seat. You're just filming clips for Facebook to tweet from your seat. You don't care about the patients, you don't care about the cost. You're just terrified about when your majority is lost. And who's that jumping on the microphone now? It's Peter Smallwood stealing the show. He's waving a letter, he's pumped and he's primed to post on his socials about how he was blindsided. He's shaking the hands, he's making the noise while the council goes broke. He's one of the boys. They want you to panic, to feel insecure, so you don't ask why the council is incredibly poor. It's the Mount Vernon myth, the Tory delight. Pick a fake battle and start up a fight. Ignore the doctors, ignore the facts, just harvest the voters and cover your tracks. The Pembroke is open, the x-rays are free, but Simmonds just wants your identity. Don't fall for the panic, don't fall for the spin. The NHS is working, but the Tory